Hi guys. So, before you leave the video because you're looking at my keyboard, I needed to tell you guys something. In this episode, where I'm going to show you how to install Windows Vista, obviously, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, this time I'm not going to be showing you guys a product key, and the reason is because I found this product key for myself, and I didn't find this one online. This is one I actually have, and it works well for me, and I don't know how many more times I can use it for. It'll be the same with a Windows 7 video, which I plan to do in the future. But, so I have this Windows Vista Home Premium Certificate of Authenticity off of an HP desktop computer, and the product key on here has worked quite well. It's worked every time I've tried to install Windows Vista Home Premium, and I've been able to activate the computer. So, I'm sorry guys, this time I can't, I'm not going to show you guys the product key. I hope you can understand why. So yeah, I got my cup of coffee next to me, so hopefully I'll have a little more energy doing this. So yeah, enjoy the video.
Hello everyone. So, as you know from the title of the video and from the little intro I just filmed, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install Windows Vista in VMware Workstation Pro 15. So, as usual, I've stopped showing you guys the setup of the virtual machine, because if you don't know how to do it, you can easily Google it. So I've already made it. So I got 1 gig of RAM, 1 single core processor, and a 40 gig hard disk. So yeah, let's power this on. I hate that boot screen. they gave up making the boot screen for Windows Vista. Like, that is just so boring. It's just a progress bar. Ew. Most of them at least show the name of the operating system. This one shows you nothing. Okay, so here is your language settings, time and currency format, and keyboard settings. These are all right for me as I am clearly speaking English. I live in the United States, so just hit next and then install now. And right off the bat, it'll ask you for the product key. Now, as I already said, I'm not going to be showing you guys the product key, so this part I'm going to cut out. But what I will do is I'm going to uncheck automatically activate Windows when I'm online. I'll do that by myself manually. So I'll see you guys on the next screen, because like I said, I'm not going to be showing this. And now we're here at the end user license agreement for Windows Vista Home Basic, Windows Vista Home Premium, and Windows Vista Ultimate. So unless you actually want to read all of that, which I don't want to, so I'm not reading all that. I accept the license agreement and hit next. Now, as you can see, upgrade has been grayed out. You can select that, but you can select that if you're trying to upgrade from, say, Windows XP or so, but to do that you have to start from the operating system itself. I'm booting right off the disk, and there's no operating system on this hard disk, so like I said, we have to install this. So we hit Custom Advanced, which is the only option. Now I click Disk 0 Unallocated Space and hit Next. And now here it's going to be copying Windows files, expanding files, installing features, installing updates, and completing installation. So another thing I wanted to mention, this was actually the first operating system to boot straight into a graphical user interface off of the disk. Usually you would see that old MS-DOS MS-DOS style, 90s style installation screen before you hit the graphical user interface, which I'll show you what that looks like right now. So yeah, guys, we're gonna wait till this is completed, and we'll come back when this is all done. So yeah, stay tuned. It'll be up soon. And now here it says, please wait a moment while Windows prepares to start for the first time. It varies depending on. Actually, I don't really know what it depends on. So, sometimes when I install Vista, this doesn't take a long time. This takes maybe 2 minutes, and I've had occurrences where this takes 15 minutes to do. So hopefully it won't take 15 minutes, and clearly it didn't. So here we have the Windows Arrow style mouse cursor, not the Windows XP style cursor. And now it's going to be completing installation. And I'll come back once something interesting happens. See you then. Okay, so now we're at the portion of setup where you choose a username and picture. So like I usually do, I'm gonna Nathan. Type in the super secret password. And down here you can choose from these pictures what you want your profile picture to be. After setting this up, if you go into your control panel, there's a lot more to choose from. I always choose the dog. I love dogs. And I remember when my dad had Windows 7 on his computer, he never changed it from the default. He just always had his name. He made his password his name, and he made the password his name. Secure. And he always left it at the flower. There's a similar looking flower in Windows 7, although it's a different angle. But I'm gonna go with the dog, hit next. And here is where you choose the computer name and desktop background. As usual, there's a lot more desktop backgrounds to choose from after booting into full-on Windows for the first time. I'm going to say Techmaster PC. And for the image, well, I'm just going to go with the default image. Hit next. Now here, you can use the recommended settings for updates. Install important updates only, or you can get asked later. This doesn't really matter anymore because in 2020, Windows Vista is no longer supported. In fact, it went out of support almost 3 years ago. And so I'm just going to hit ask me later because it doesn't really matter. Here you choose your time zone and your date. Now it is January 2nd, 2020. And Pacific time zone is right for me. So I'm going to hit next. Now, here you can choose from home, work, or public, depending on what the network is. I live in an RV park. I use the RV park's Wi-Fi. We currently don't have our own, so I just always hit the public one. And even if I do have my own Wi-Fi, I still always hit the public one for some reason. So then it'll say thank you, and then you hit start. Okay, and here Windows is going to check the computer's performance, and this is another one of those things, kind of like before, where it had that old theme, like saying like preparing to start Windows for the first time. This it just varies, like, kind of on what day it is, I guess. I've had this take 30 seconds before, and I've had this take half an hour before, so I'm hoping it doesn't take half an hour, because I don't want to do all that editing. Yeah, it looks like it's already a third of the way done. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop here and I'll come back once this is finished. And now here, it's at the Windows Vista login screen. Here's where you see the profile picture, your name, and here's a box for you to put in your password. Over here is the ease of access button, and here you can like shut down the computer, and here's shutdown options. So shut down again, hibernate, and restart. So we're not gonna do any of that. We're gonna type in the password and boot to the Windows desktop for the first time. And it's going to say welcome. It's going to trick you, because then it's going to say preparing your desktop immediately after this. Oh, you think it's done? Windows Vista doesn't think so. It has some extra stuff that it has to do. Windows 7 does the same thing. And it'll do that. Noisy truck. There's always something. Just gotta ruin the video. Yep, right here, preparing your desktop. It tricks me every time. I always have to remember this. It tricks me every time. I think, hey, it's done. Oh, preparing your desktop. Now I gotta wait another 5 minutes. And now here, as you can see, we are at the Windows Vista desktop, and the Welcome Center shows up by default. There usually is a little section where you can tell it not to show up on startup, but here's the problem. As you can see, we're in this little teeny tiny box, and there's no arrow effects, which what Windows Vista was quite famous for, and what gave it its horrible reputation by supposedly slowing down computers, and that wasn't necessarily true. It was quite buggy at first, and this is RTM. This isn't there's no Service Pack 1, no Service Pack 2. This is the RTM build. As such, I cannot install the latest version of VMware tools in it, because I'm not going to take 2 hours to install Service Pack 1, then Service Pack 2 on a machine that I'm not going to be doing anything with, because I have a Windows Vista machine and it's running Vista Ultimate. So I just so happen to have previously downloaded an older version of VMware tools, which works perfectly. But first I have to go find it, so I'll come back once I find it. Okay, and now I have loaded the older, I believe it's for VMware Workstation Pro 14. I have 15, but it'll work anyway. Usually, as I try to go into Windows Explorer and do it that way, this always shows up, like right as I try to do it myself. If I just sit here and wait, it'll never show up. But if I try to do something with it, then it shows up. Logic, Windows Vista. So just hit run setup.exe and hit allow. Okay, so here is the welcome to the installation wizard for VMware Tools screen. So yeah, just hit next, typical, next, and install. So anyway, this is a 32-bit version of Windows. I have a 64-bit ISO, but that one is only for Windows Vista Ultimate, which I have, and I have no key for Vista Ultimate, so I just reinstall every 30 days every time I need to use Windows Vista. So I have the Home Premium key, but I don't have a 64-bit ISO. I need to find one, but I don't have one yet. I haven't downloaded one yet. So I simply just use this Home Premium ISO in 32-bit. So as this installs, this is what will make the arrow effects work. And there's also some extra stuff that I'm going to do with Vista at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. This is probably going to be a pretty long video. I'm assuming maybe it'll be like half an hour or so. It's probably going to be like 45 minutes to an hour. This whole thing completely unedited. So here is the here it says completed the VMware Tools Setup Wizard. Click the Finish button to exit the Setup Wizard. So just hit Finish. And here it's going to tell you that you need to restart your computer. So just hit yes. Then it'll restart, and we'll come back once we're back at the desktop. And now here, as you can see, we're back. We rebooted, but there's still no arrow effect, and it's still in the tiny box. So we have to go and do that ourselves, which is weird because most of the time it'll do that for me. Slow garbage Windows Vista. Ugh. Control panel. Appearance and personalization. Adjust screen resolution. There should be a 1920 by 1080 setting right there. Apply. Yes. Highest color color settings. But still, there's still no arrow effect. So, to fix this, you need to change the theme from Windows Vista. Huh. There's usually a Windows arrow setting. Well, this is funny. Oh, here we go. So, yeah, instead of changing the theme, you have to change the color scheme. So, by default, it's set to Windows Vista Basic. So we want the Windows Arrow setting. And this is kind of funny because in the preview box, it doesn't show Arrow Glass. It'll still show Vista Basic. So we just hit Apply. Whenever you're ready, Windows Vista. Please don't crash. Okay, and here we go. Well, okay, finally, now it works. So, now we got the Arrow Glass, which I wish there was an option for Arrow Glass in Windows 10. It just looks so flat. I miss the Arrow Glass, like, really badly. So, now we're at Windows Vista. So, if you were only here for the tutorial, you can stop watching now. But if you're here for some extra stuff, Mostly I'm just gonna run that Windows Experience Index and activate Windows and all that. If you're here for the extra stuff, you can feel free to continue watching. If you're only here for the tutorial, you can stop watching now because I'm finished installing, obviously. So, if you're only here for the tutorial, comment, like, and subscribe. See y'all next time. And as usual, Google forum just in the description, suggest what I do next, and all that good stuff. No product key, like I already said, and there will be a download link so you can find this for yourself. But if you're here for the extra stuff, stay tuned, keep watching. So, just something I thought was interesting. Oh. Let me guess. I just saw my screen go dim. Yep. Oh, battery. Okay, hopefully we continue the rest of the video without interruptions. My battery was dying. This is why I usually plug it in and have it plugged in as I film, but for some reason this time I didn't. And when I don't, I end up with issues. So yeah, this is a nightmare of a video, but we're gonna keep going. So, as I was saying, if there was one thing I could take from Windows Vista and Windows 7, it would have to be that 3D, that flip 3D effect. I love that effect. I wish they still had it in Windows 10. I just open some programs and show you what that does. Oh, yeah, of course. So I got some programs open. When you hit the Windows key and tab, I just love this effect. I really wish Windows 10 still did it today. I mean, I guess they sort of do. I got VMware open. You get this. Whoop-de-doo. It's not fun. Oh. So yeah, we're gonna close all this. So now I'm gonna go into System Settings, and I will show you how to activate Windows. System Maintenance, System, and hit Activate Windows now. Oof. I don't know if you guys heard that, but for some reason that UAC sound just, oof, that did not sound good. So continue. Yes, continue. Now I know why everyone hated Vista. So, well, let me guess. Another interruption. Yep, not even on the internet. So, I'll come back once I'm connected to the internet. Okay, now we can activate Windows. So, I'm going to hit Activate Windows Online now. Activating Windows. This might take a few minutes. If this doesn't work, I will actually call up Microsoft and activate it that way, even though that one sucks. Okay, so here we go. Activation was successful. And all this stuff, I'm not going to go on and read that because no one cares about that. So, hit close. And now we're going to run the Windows Experience Index. And I will come back once I get some numbers. Okay, so this is not that bad of a score. I got a 4.3 out of, I believe they rate this out of 7. Out of like 7.0. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. If you liked the video, please comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Down in the description will be that Google form where you can suggest stuff the reason I do that is because I don't really want suggestions in my comments, because that's all mixed up with other comments. I want to have suggestions in one area. That's why I have suggestions in the Google form. And also in the description will be a link to where you can download this as usual. It might not be the exact link where I found it, because I've downloaded this about 2 years ago. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey guys, so I'm back on the camera. Something I forgot to show you guys after the video, and I can't go back and change that. I can't make another video yet, given that my screen recorder is currently exporting into a editable format. So here is what I'm gonna. The camera keeps going out of focus. Thank you. Stay like this. Alright, so I'm gonna try and make this quick before it goes blurry again. So on January 14th of 2020, you can probably see what I'm gonna be doing when Windows 7 dies officially. That's gonna be quite a sad day for me, given that I love Windows 7. My first computer, it broke. We got it in 2007, and it was given to me in about 2014 or 13. When we got it, it ran Vista, obviously, and when I got it, it was upgraded from Windows Vista Home Premium to Windows 7 Professional, no, not Professional. This is what the the virtual machine's running. No, it had Windows 7 Ultimate on it. So, yeah, this is a very special operating system for me, and I'm really sad to see it go. So, yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing on January 14th. I'm not going to be uploading another tutorial video until then, but I do plan on releasing the next episode of Tech News with Tech Master, somewhere in between that period of time, and maybe a second video, maybe another Tech News with Tech Master or something different, I don't know, but, I'm really going to miss having, Windows 7, and this is what I'm going to be, talking about. I'm going to be showing you guys a tutorial on January 14th, 2020. That's when I'm going to be recording. Can't tell you when it's going to be uploaded, given how spotty my internet connection is, but I'm going to try. Alright, so enough of this rambling on. You guys have lives. I have to be video editing, and yeah. So, once again, thanks for watching. Stay awesome. Talk to you later. Bye.